Hey everybody, and welcome to another RCT2 review. Today we're looking at Orchid by Roygbiv. This design on New Element came out in March of this year, but we missed getting to review it because of head-to-head. So we're going to take a look at it now. So this is a pretty nice inverted coaster with a nice Asian theme and a pretty heavy landscape overlay. We can kind of see the coaster here cruising along right now. We'll pick that up in just a minute. We'll go see the second one. So you can kind of see we've got everything sort of centered around this coaster here. Really kind of big yin yang graphic here in the pathway, which is pretty cool. And then all the jumping fountains over it. The palette is kind of takes away the blue water and gives it the sort of green look, which also makes these jumping fountains look a little bit sickly, which is maybe not the best choice, but I do like the jumping fountains on there. So let's pick up the coaster here as we're going along. So this is sort of a Nemesis inspired layout. Drop into a corkscrew, head down and into a nice zero-G roll over top of this Torii gate. Really fast through this helix. Actually really fast kind of through a lot of this layout. Through that loop awfully quick. And then we've got this great helix around this kind of Buddha statue, and then into our final Batwing here and up into the brakes. Pretty smooth layout overall. I would say it's maybe a little quick through kind of the midsection, but I really like this sequence here with the corkscrew and then the zero-G roll over top of the Torii gate. I think that looks really nice. A little bit of a kind of mixture of Asians here, where we've got the Buddha, the Torii, the yin yang all sort of together, but I think the little detailing in here is really nice. I love this kind of sand here, so it kind of looks like it has one of those sand Zen gardens with the little walkways throughout to all the lamps or the lanterns. Up top here, the use of the side friction coaster works really well on this building here. And then kind of an interesting mix is this, what I believe is one of the expansion pack scenery options here. So sort of an interesting mix of fully custom versus some of the not necessarily nicer looking stuff, but it still fits well in here. Same with this guy, which I think this turned out quite well. First of all, you get your curved side friction coaster with this custom scenery pieces, plus the standard in-game pagoda object, which looks pretty nice. I think that turned out rather well. There's a couple other rides on the map to take a look at. We got this great kind of very red traditional Asian bridge going on there, and then this rapids ride throughout the space. Again, the watercolor is a bold choice. It may be a little too bold for my taste. It's certainly very green, but there's a lot of really nice landscaping and stuff to see through here. So we've got our loading platform here. Love these two bridges over top of the canyon, and then wrapping around and going basically underneath the coaster entrance here, underneath the ride itself, and then kind of throughout these bridges and everything else. So really nice pathway interaction, really nice ride interaction. All the paths have this sort of nice smooth curved edge to them, which is pretty cool. You have to be consistent when you do those sorts of things. You can't really just do one curved area and then the rest straight and diagonal. So this was done well as far as that goes. Nice realistic details on here, good transfer track and all that kind of usual stuff. Landscape wise, it's a pretty cool choice. I think it's heavier than I would typically go, and some of the textures are not necessarily the ones that I would use, but I like seeing variation, and there's a lot of nice variation here, a lot of nice color. You get that purple we were just zoomed in on, a couple shades of pink and red, and some yellows in here. You kind of look at all this landscape together, so nice heavy saturated greens with those colors punctuated throughout. Really nice looking. And some of the layering here, like this sort of almost race paddy terraced look down to these boats. That's a great look. And then the kind of floating lily pads and marshland type trees and shrubs and everything here look really good. I do like the waterfalls as well, and kind of how the rocks work around them. Again, the watercolor doesn't necessarily help the case as far as the sort of bluish whitewater goes, but that's probably okay. A little confused about the blocky landscape over here. Almost seems like maybe a little unfinished bit, but aside from that, I think this is a pretty nice map. Coaster is especially good. It's got a lot of good flow to it. Speed issues notwithstanding, but the map itself just kind of feels like a good portion of a park where you have your big central plaza in front of your ride. You've got your kind of ride entrance coming right off of here, and then a pathway going this way, pathway going this way, pathway going this way. So all kind of spreading out in different regions, and done in a way that feels kind of believable, as well as able to kind of able to exist in a larger park. Well, I was wrong here. Actually, this is the coaster entrance up here, which off of its own plaza. A little strange that it's all the way up here. You usually want your coaster entrance to be somewhere around the station itself, but certainly set up nicely around this pagoda, and a pretty cool entry here with the coaster diving around that plaza as you queue up for the coaster. So you certainly know what you're getting into as you get through there. And actually, this is a super picturesque queue, kind of going all the way down this path here, through this little tunnel, and then out across the river rapids ride and into the station itself. So you really get a good variety of stuff to look at while you're queuing. This will be a really nice one to kind of stand in, take pictures of the ride, be able to look down on the rapids here, and just a lot of those different looks throughout the whole space. So it's one of those maps that you can kind of imagine yourself in. It feels very kind of, quaint and heavily like textured and detailed and things like that. I think part of the landscape selection really helps this be as sort of texturally heavy as you kind of might expect. It almost feels like something Jaguar would make. We've looked at a couple of Jag parks as well, where it's that real sort of heavy detail landscaping. And I think that's certainly a good thing. I do like that style of build. So anyway, that's all we've got for this map today. I will put a link to the download for this one in the description. So if you'd like to check it out, follow that and download the park. And definitely let me know your thoughts on this map as well. So congratulations to Roygbiv for a nice release. Hope to see more from him in the future. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye now.